What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are gonna love, especially if you're a Lakers fan. We just got a crazy report that Blake Griffin right now is becoming available. We all know Blake's situation with him being on the Pistons. They're in full rebuild mode, and from what it looks like, Blake Griffin is gonna be traded. Or, in other words, gonna be wearing a new jersey by the NBA trade deadline. And for this video, we're gonna be talking about teams that I believe should target Blake. And the Lakers are one of them. So if you're a Blake Griffin fan and wants what's best for him, you're gonna love this video. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Blake Griffin.
No, I mean, as far as coming back and playing, it's not, my agenda isn't to come out and score as many points and shoot as many baskets as possible. It's never that. It's to be a complete player, be a leader. When you're asked to score. When you're asked to do something else, do that. So I don't think those are two conflicting ideas.
We all know how good Blake Griffin was, and we all know how good he could be, and maybe playing on the Pistons, Blake Griffin just isn't feeling it. What I love most about this report that we're getting is that the Pistons respect Blake Griffin and want to help him, put him in a better situation, which is why right now there is mutual interest on both parties separating. We all woke up this morning to a Woj bomb, and this is what Woj tweeted. ESPN story on Blake Griffin and Pistons agreeing that he will be out of the lineup until the franchise and his reps can work through a resolution on his playing future. Guys, Blake Griffin will no longer be wearing a Pistons jersey for the foreseeable future. He's going to get traded or bought out this year. This is very big news because with so many NBA teams competing for the championship this year, Blake Griffin would be a great asset, a great piece, in my opinion, more of a great role player to assist a contender. As of right now, I'll be honest, Blake isn't having the best season so far. He's only averaging 12.3 points, 5.2 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.7 steals, and 0.1 blocks. And honestly, the fact that Blake Griffin in the past seasons has downgraded and have gotten worse, it speaks volume to his future in Detroit. Look at his numbers here in the 2018-2019 season. He averaged almost 25 points, and then last season 15 points, and then this season 12 points. It shows you how Blake Griffin's value is slowly decreasing, and that's why right now Blake Griffin has to kind of look for a new way out, look for a new future to end off his career perfectly. The Pistons are putting Blake Griffin up for trade talks, and I know a few teams that I believe Blake will be perfect on. I'll be honest though, Blake Griffin's value in the NBA isn't as high as it used to be. He's definitely downgraded and have gotten worse over the years. So I don't expect the Pistons to get a lot for him. But for this video, I have 5 teams that I believe would be perfect targets for Blake Griffin. A big reason why I believe Blake Griffin won't be that easy to trade is because right now he has a big contract of $36 million, and then next season he has a player option of $38 million, and in my opinion, Blake will definitely opt into that contract if ultimately he doesn't get bought out. NBA teams might not be willing to pay a lot of money in exchange for Blake. But you never know, guys, anything can happen. The NBA is all about mystery and taking risks. From what we're hearing though, by March 25th, which is the NBA trade deadline, if the Pistons ultimately don't find a trade for Blake, a buyout is on the table, a buyout is definitely in the conversation, and if Blake Griffin is ultimately bought out, any NBA team could literally pursue him, as I believe Blake would take a big pay cut. Which moves me into my first team for this video. We're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and them potentially getting Blake Griffin. A big reason why I'm putting Blake Griffin to the Los Angeles Lakers is because today as well, we got a big report in regards to Anthony Davis. Woj tweeted that Anthony Davis will be re-evaluated in 2 to 3 weeks, with Anthony Davis currently dealing with an Achilles injury. We all know Anthony Davis was the power forward for the Lakers, and with the Lakers going to miss Anthony Davis for the next few weeks, I believe they might want somebody that can help them in the offensive column, and especially start at that power forward position. I know when looking at Blake's numbers, he isn't really the best, but honestly, maybe playing alongside LeBron James, a player that can bring out Blake's potential and bring Blake back to the old Blake, I don't know guys, that might be a good thing. That might be a good scenario. We all know that when you play with LeBron James, especially an NBA championship team, you want to prove yourself, you want to play the best you can be. And with Blake playing for a bad team of the Pistons, going to the Lakers, Blake might actually want to try harder than he did before. The thing about Blake going to the Lakers though is I don't believe the Lakers should trade for Blake. He's too expensive. If they trade for Blake, they're gonna have to give up like Montrez, Schroeder, maybe Kuzma. But I don't want the Lakers to do that at all. I want the Lakers to be patient and hopefully hope Blake gets bought out by the Pistons. This is the best case scenario when it comes to the Lakers getting Blake Griffin. They have to hope for a buyout and hope Blake Griffin has mutual interest on getting an NBA championship. And we all know this, Blake so far has 0 NBA championships. If you guys don't know Blake loves the city of LA. He currently has a home in LA. He has a home in Los Angeles. And if he gets bought out, I'm pretty sure there'll be interest there of him living in LA, but also playing for an NBA championship contender. We have seen it in the past where Blake Griffin excelled on a high veteran playmaker with Chris Paul on the Clippers and playing with LeBron James, one of the best passers in NBA history. Blake, we might see a Lob City with LeBron and Griffin. How amazing would that be? Blake Griffin to the Lakers, I'll be honest, it's unrealistic. It's very unlikely, but you never know. Anything is possible. The next team on this list that I believe should target Blake Griffin when it comes to a trade is the Miami Heat. And in the past, we've heard so many Blake Griffin to the Miami Heat rumors. When talking about the Heat right now, they're not doing so well. They're one of the middle of the pack teams in the Eastern Conference, and one thing's for sure, we expect more from them. From what we're hearing, the Miami Heat are going to be very heavy in this year's NBA trade deadline talks. They're going to pursue another star to assist Jimmy and Bam Adebayo, and with Blake Griffin, used to be an NBA All-Star, we all know what he's capable of, Miami Heat have interest here. I know for a fact the Pistons will definitely want Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson in return, but in my opinion, the Heat will not trade those two, so if a trade were to happen, I believe this would be the deal on the table. It would be Blake Griffin and Svi Mykhailiuk in exchange for Kelly Olynyk, Andre Iguodala, and Kendrick Nunn. What I love about this trade so much is that it helps both sides. On the Heat's perspective, they'll be getting an NBA vet that can produce on an offensive level and literally step up into that front court and be impactful. While on the Pistons, they get some three-point shooting, get an NBA vet of Andre Iguodala, and of course Kendrick Nunn right now is balling out. Kendrick Nunn is definitely a sell high in the NBA. A lot of teams want a young talent like Kendrick, and that's why I believe this trade would work. I'm still not sure if the Heat would even trade Kendrick Nunn for Blake Griffin, but if they want Blake, I believe this would be a great deal they could offer. Another team that I believe would be great for Blake Griffin is the Portland Trail Blazers, and that's Blake Griffin joining Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Jusuf Nurkic. Over the past few seasons, the Blazers weren't really in heavy trade talks because they kind of like the core they already have. But when it comes to a rumor that we're hearing the Blazers want a dominant power forward that can assist Damian Lillard and CJ on those pick and rolls. We've seen it in the past. Blake used to be one of the most dominant pick and roll players. And with the Blazers right now looking like they're in hot pursuit of the championship, going full throttle for an NBA title, Blake Griffin would be a great scoring punch to join Damian Lillard. If the Blazers can offer up Anthony Simons, who will be their young target, Derrick Jones Jr., Rodney Hood, I believe this could be a potential deal the Pistons could potentially be interested in. Just imagine a healthy starting lineup of Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, Blake Griffin, and then Jusuf Nurkic. I think the Blazers would be true competitors if everybody ultimately stays healthy. Blake Griffin actually has been linked to the Blazers for a long time now, and with him being highly available, it might just be possible. Blazer fans, what do you guys think about this? The next team on this list that I believe should target Blake Griffin, and it's a very popular opinion right now, it is the Dallas Mavericks, and that's Blake Griffin joining Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. When talking about the Mavericks, right now, I'll be honest, they're having a very underwhelming season. They're not playing as good as we expected to be. They're not even in the playoff picture. And that's why everybody is saying they need one more All-Star, one more player to assist Luka's development and just be a leader for the team. We all know Blake Griffin is definitely declining, but he's still a great leader, a great veteran that can assist the locker room, help the team's future projections and future atmosphere. And Blake Griffin would simply be an amazing pick and roll partner alongside Luka. Imagine Luka having Blake on the pick and roll and then Porzingis on the pick and pop. The Dallas Mavericks would have so much more offensive options and just simply a better rotational set. Blake Griffin to the Dallas Mavericks is very popular right now, and I'll be honest, it's one of the more likely ones. If the Mavs can offer up James Johnson, Dwight Powell, and Trey Burke in exchange for Blake, the contract meets here, and this wouldn't be a bad deal for both sides of the story, as the Pistons get depth and a future young big of Dwight Powell, and of course they don't lose Blake Griffin for nothing. Imagine a lineup of Luka, Tim Hardaway, Josh Richardson, Blake, and Kristaps Porzingis at the 5. I would love to see this lineup be competitive in the Western Conference. And the last team on this list is Blake Griffin joining the San Antonio Spurs, joining Popovich, joining DeRozan, and this is actually a trade that simply makes sense for both sides of the story. The Spurs right now are kind of doing well, and Blake Griffin joining them could simply make them better. The Spurs right now are focusing their future center spot on Jakob Poeltl, and with Blake Griffin joining, he can be a starting power forward that can give them an inside presence and a scoring punch, which they don't really have right now. If the Spurs can offer up LaMarcus Aldridge and Trey Lyles in exchange for Blake Griffin, the contract matches for both sides of the story, and the Pistons get Trey Lyles, a young forward that can replace Blake Griffin and just be a better future outlook for the team. From what it looks like, LaMarcus Aldridge's future is definitely not with the Spurs, and that's why the Spurs wouldn't mind trading him in exchange for Blake Griffin, who might be a punch for the Spurs playoff run this year. Blake Griffin to the Spurs, another popular opinion, another popular rumor. But ultimately guys, this wraps up my video today, talking about Blake Griffin and some NBA teams that I believe would be perfect for him. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Are these trades likely? Are these trades realistic? Put all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!